Hello everyone! Today's video is all about synonyms in Elasticsearch. This is part 25 of our series, where we will be exploring how to work with synonyms using custom analyzers. Synonyms help make searches more precise and accurate. They are effective in matching various ways people refer to the same concepts. Synonyms use a syntax called Solr format, which we will dive into shortly. The Solr format offers a flexible way to define synonyms using two main types. The first one is equivalent synonyms. Here, you use a comma to list terms that mean the same thing. For example, if you have car, automobile, race car, or voiture in French, all these terms mean the same thing, which means that they are equivalent. If you are working with something like this, use the first type. The second one is called explicit synonyms. This one maps specific words to one term. For example, if you have personal computer, you can map that to PC. Or if you have iPod or iPod like this, you can map that to iPod without spaces or without dashes. So whenever a user specifies one of these terms, it will automatically look for this one. It's different than the equivalent synonyms. If you have car, it's the same as automobile. If you are using voiture, you could still find documents that contain car, even though in the query you specify voiture in this example. In the previous video, we covered analyzers. Synonyms can be used within analyzers and applied at both index and search time. Here, synonyms act as a custom token filter. This is how an analyzer looks like. And here I am defining a custom one. Basically, it contains three components: the character filter, the tokenizer, and the token filter. And to use the synonym, you specify it in the token filter. Now let's go to VS Code to see how to implement this. Open notebook number 25. If you want to learn more about synonyms, please click on this link. First, we need to connect to Elasticsearch. Here, I will start by showing you how to set up synonyms. First, as always, I like to start with the mapping. Here we will have one field, which is description. The type is set to text, and here we are using a custom analyzer. In the analysis phase, we are defining a custom filter, which I called synonym filter. Remember, we have three components: character filter, tokenizer, and filter. Now, this one, the type is set to synonym, and here are the synonyms that I have. So if you are using a synonym filter, you have to specify the synonyms set. Here I have, for example, you can see that here I am using comma separated terms, which means I am using the first one. So these are equivalent terms. So here I am using one explicit synonyms. So all these planets, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, etc., all of them are planets. So I can do this mapping. Okay, so this is the filter. Now let's see how to use that filter inside the analyzer. My analyzer is called Synonym Analyzer. I am using a standard tokenizer. I am not using a character filter, but for the filter, I am using the lowercase, which is built into Elasticsearch. And alongside that, I am adding my own custom filter, which is the synonym filter. Here, this is the index name. I delete it if it exists and create it. Let's run this. And here it says acknowledge true. Everything went well. Great. Let's continue. Now here I have some documents. I created a new JSON file. This is how it looks like. You can see that we have the description field and we have some documents just to test let me put this here, the synonym set that we have defined above. Let's index everything with the bulk API. Here it returns errors false, which means that everything went good. Now let's start searching with synonyms. Okay, so we have used the synonym filter in the index phase. Now we can use it in the search phase. So here is my query. I am using a match query, and here I am using vehicle. If I go up, you can see that vehicle is equivalent to automobile and to car. And if I look at the documents, let me make this small. You can see that I don't have automobile in any of these. I don't have vehicle, I think. Yeah. If I try to search for vehicle, you can see that I get nothing. But because we have defined that vehicle is equivalent to automobile and car, we should be able to get this document that contains the word car. Let's run this. And as you can see, I got back that document that contains the equivalent term. Now let's use another one. Here I have planet. And again, let me go back just to see what I have. Or I'll just copy this so that I don't go up and down. And let's put it here. Now I will use this query, and here I am providing planet. And remember, here we have, so every single word here, Mars, Earth, etc., are mapping to planet. And here I have a document that contains Mars. And here remember that we are using a lowercase filter. So this, during index time, it will be converted to lowercase Mars. And because we have already defined Mars in this synonym set, it will directly point to this document. So even though I am specifying planet, I should be able, if I did have another document that contained, let's say, Earth, I should have got that back. Actually, let's just do this just to verify if this is working. So here I'll say I want to go to Venus. I'll save this. I'll rerun everything. And as you can see, I was able to get both documents, Mars and Venus. Because why? Because Mars and Venus, both of them are mapped to planets. Let me delete this cell because I don't need it. And now here, what I'm saying, expanding synonyms for search time only. When we created the index, we were using the synonym filter in both index and search time. But what if you want to use it only in the search time phase? You can do that. Let me show you how to do it. So here we still have the same mapping. You can see that here we have the description field, we have the type equal text, and here I have two analyzers, one for the index phase and the other one for the search phase. Okay, we have the same filter. I just changed the synonyms set. Let me collapse this. And here are my analyzers. Inside analyzers, I have index analyzer and search analyzer. You can see that in the index analyzer object, I am using the standard tokenizer as well as the lowercase filter, but I am not using the synonym filter. I am only using it in the search analyzer. So now, if I create this index, the synonym filter will be used only in the search time or in the search phase. Let's create the index. And here I will insert the documents like we did before, but this time we will be applying just the lowercase token filter during the index time. Great, now let's search. So here I'm using vehicle, and as you can see, I was able to get the first document because let's verify what we have here. You can see that inside filter, again, we are using the equivalent synonyms. So all these terms are equivalent. And when I give vehicle, I was able to get the first document. And here, the synonyms filter was used only when I try to search for a specific document. I hope that this makes sense. We arrived at the end of this video. I hope that it was helpful and informative. Please, before leaving this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.